Welcome to the third episode of the Fashion Industry Business and Career Show. I'm your host, Terina Nicole, and today we'll discuss the fashion truck business model with the owner of Christie Styles Fashion Truck. Christie Styles began as a small family-owned online boutique for curvy, confident, and sophisticated full-figure women and girls, featuring a variety of affordable, trendy, plus-size clothes, accessories, and fashion jewelry. Their goal is to encourage curvy women and girls to embrace their curves. They're based in South Jersey and travel to New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and beyond to participate in vendor events and fashion shows. The shop is operated by Christie Hooper, who has not always been curvy herself, but became frustrated with the lack of affordable and trendy plus-size options available in her local mall. So she then decided to make a change to permit the plus-size women or young girls a chance to look as pretty and fashionable as her slimmer counterparts. She attends industry trade shows, always on the lookout for the most darling styles for every woman and occasion. Although her business began online, in 2017 she acquired the fashion truck. Welcome to the show, Christie. I'm excited to have you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So I'm, for one, very into the fashion truck model. I've owned two boutiques myself.
Okay.
And being married, handcuffed to an actual business isn't for everyone. So for me, the fashion truck idea gives you your business location without having to be open every day of the week, without having to lease a location. It gives you so much flexibility. You can show up wherever an event is popping, open the doors, and start making money. So the fashion truck idea is just still really innovative, you know what I mean, and original. So one thing I love about your business is that you're based here in South Jersey. And South Jersey really lacks, no diss to South Jersey, but I'm from North Jersey. And, and I know you're originally from Harlem. So I know you know what I mean when I say South Jersey really lacks options when it comes to shopping. Unless you're going to hit Cherry Hill Mall.
It's still not a lot.
No, right. And I'm not a mall shopper myself. We're used to being up north. You have boutiques, you have so many different shopping opportunities outside of the mall setting. So I'm glad that you saw that as an opportunity to launch your business.
Enjoy it.
What was your career before Christie Styles?
I have a full-time job.
Okay.
I still have a full-time job.
Okay, so this is a side hustle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am a railroad employee.
Awesome.
I work full-time.
You got good benefits.
I got good benefits. And fortunately, my employer implemented a new schedule where they have some positions 3 days on, 4 days off 1 week, and 4 days on, 3 days off the next week. So with my seniority, I was able to hold that, which allowed me ample time to devote and run my business.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Taking advantage of your free time and using it instead of sitting around chilling, you're using it to launch and grow an enterprise, which I love.
Yeah.
So being that fashion merchandising was not something you studied in school, how did you get acclimated to this industry?
Well, when I was slim, I always had to have the cutest stuff. So I just took what I knew that I liked, and then I watched a lot of the different industry shows, the industry fashion events, and just all of I would watch the mainstream, how it was a whole lack of plus size. So that I took that and I took that into what I wanted everything to be and what I want everyone to look like, and I just threw it all into the business.
Okay. Okay. But had you seen a fashion truck before? Did you see one and say, oh, that's what I want? Like, when did this start growing in your head?
It did. I was doing a lot of table vending.
Okay.
And I went to an event in Philadelphia, and one of my truck sisters, she came up with her truck, and she was so open and transparent. She let me look around her truck, and she gave me the numbers, and she answered any questions that I had.
Wow.
She gave me her phone number, and she said, if you...
Did you know her prior?
I did not.
Wow.
I followed her because during the event, you know, the host would shout out the vendors, so that's how come I followed her. And then there's another one in my town, and she was set up at the Columbus Market. So I saw her, and then she, you know, she showed me a little bit about the truck. I didn't want to bombard her with questions because I didn't really know her.
Right.
And I was like, this is a thing.
This is a thing. I can
I told
do
my
this.
husband, I was like, this is a thing. I want it. And he was like, you want it? I was like, yes, I want it. So I went online, I did some Google search.
And he was supportive initially?
I had to do things the way he wanted me to do it in order for him to be supportive.
Okay.
Which, in hindsight, I probably would have done them very differently. But yeah, within a year, I had the truck.
Wow. Wow. So where did you find the truck?
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
I got the truck.
Everything good is on Craigslist.
Yeah. So there's first I found a Facebook group.
Okay.
Let's talk about fashion trucks, where everyone.
I belong to that group.
You are.
Yeah.
So
because I mean, the truth of the matter is that because me and my mom owned a boutique together for about 10 years, we closed it down last year. My mom has a full-time career too. She's a professor and she's also the director of nursing at a veterans hospital. And so even though, so in our case, we had to hire staff to run the boutique. And she really loved running a boutique. She got into it because of me, because, you know, I'm a designer. But when she was in it, she loved it. And I keep telling her, like, Mom, when you finally retire from all your fancy jobs, this could be something you do. You can have your fashion truck and you can travel the world, or at least the country, with your fashion truck. So because of that, I've been doing my initial research on her behalf, and I've joined that Facebook group. Yeah.
So as you know, it's very informative.
Very,
A lot of information. You can
and
really,
everyone's really generous.
Yeah, you can really just sit in that group and don't talk and just read. Just read, go through the archives and just read, and you can get your truck off the ground from being in that group. And that's kind of how it was for me. And once I decided the type of truck that I wanted, and then I saw the woman who helped me, and then I saw all the different types of rigs, I was like, okay, I want the step van.
Okay, the step van.
The step van is like a UPS truck. The guy who comes, that type of truck is called a step van. And so I was like, I want that. I want on Craigslist. There we go.
Wow. And what about the shelving, the props, all the retail stuff that went inside? Because your truck's absolutely beautiful.
She is beautiful. Her name is Beyonce.
Beyonce is fly.
She is. That's my girl. So what I would suggest is I spent the bulk of my money on the framing and the electrical.
Okay.
I took my truck to a mom and pop collision repair place local to me, and he framed it. He installed the roof air conditioner and the breaker box and everything. He did that. I spent my money there. And then everything else was just cosmetic. Purple paint, a little, I'm a garbage picker.
Okay.
I would pick something up. I would pick something up out the trash.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I'm a Habitat store. I'm always at the Habitat store. So
Do you go to the one on 38?
Girl, I just got 4 rugs from there for $20.
Wow. This chair, $5 there.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I completely painted it.
that's how I brought the truck to life, with just junk, thrifting, garbage picking, paint. And
Now, I don't remember, is it wrapped on the outside?
Nope.
Or did you paint it?
she's not wrapped.
Okay.
And that's the thing, you gotta worry about, because there's a lot of money, so you gotta appropriate your funds accordingly. So for me, I didn't want to worry about the outside. I wanted the inside to be fabulous. So I painted it myself with exterior Valspar paint and got the decals individually put on. That's how I did it.
Got it. So, for someone who wants to open a fashion truck, what would you say is the approximate investment that they need to think about? Is it like a $10,000 investment, a $20,000 investment?
I have 2 answers for you.
Okay.
Okay, if you do not have someone who can do it for you, like your man is not handy, then I'm gonna say it's gonna be about 20 grand.
Wow. Okay.
If you and your man are handy, or you and whoever else is handy, you can do it for 10,000.
Okay. Does that include the cost of the truck itself? No. Got it.
If I had to do it again, I would get a brand new truck.
Ah.
A 2000, whatever year I'm in, truck.
Got it.
Yes.
instead of putting the money into the repairs.
Yeah, because I had a lot of different things that happened. Beyonce was, she wasn't the perfect girl.
Got it. Got it. But do you need any special permits to pull over and just start selling on the street? How does that work?
It can be, there's a lot of red tape with permits.
Okay.
It's a lot. So the fashion truck concept is new. It's derived from the food truck. And a lot of these townships and municipalities, they are unaware of it.
Right.
They have no idea. And they don't see how it correlates to the food truck. So you're not getting a permit.
Wow.
You're not getting a permit. I was
Unless
lucky.
you're maybe in like a New York City or Philly.
There is no legislation in New York City for fashion trucks. There's been a lot of town hall meetings.
But you'll see them on the streets.
They have to be veterans.
Veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Or lying.
Right.
Because the very first one I saw was maybe about 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the High Line in New York City, and when I came down in the meat packing district,
Mm-hmm.
the very first food truck, the very first fashion truck I've ever seen, beautiful thing, was sitting there, and this young girl was, I mean, not young girl, I guess she was around my age or whatever, but she was running it. It was absolutely stunning, and I had thought the idea of a fashion truck was just something that lived in my brain. I had never seen one in reality, and then after that, I started seeing them from time to time.
So yeah, it was no legislation. She was just taking a chance.
Okay.
That's how it is in New York City, unless you're a veteran. In New Jersey, where I am, a lot of cities, there is no legislation for it. I was able to get a permit.
Okay.
And I am happy to say that I believe that I am one of the first ones to get a permit from a township to operate daily from Burlington City, because Burlington City is on the rise.
Yes.
They're trying
And
to
so they're supporting young
They're
businesses.
supporting non-traditional businesses like
Awesome.
myself, and also
I
food
love
trucks,
that.
so that they're going through a semi-gentrification. They're trying to bring money back into the community. They're trying to revitalize their main street. So they gave me a permit.
That's amazing.
With the,
Are you down by the park where it's really pretty?
I was on 130.
Okay.
The stipulation was they gave me a map. I had to go into the zones, find a property owner that will allow you to park on their property, and they will give you a permit.
Wonderful.
So
you can't move around?
No.
Okay.
I had to beat the pavement. I had to walk up and down, make phone calls, track down property owners, and this one gentleman, he entertained it, and he let me operate on his property. So I had a premium real estate spot on the corner of 130 and Wood in Burlington City, New Jersey.
I love that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was there for a whole year,
Amazing.
around my full-time work schedule,
Okay.
and I loved it. That was my best year for my business thus far.
Okay.
And I loved it. Beyonce was great. I acquired a diverse customer at that time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Wood Street alone, that's right in the like historic section of Burlington, where they have all those really old homes and areas where George Washington has stayed and all types of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a diverse neighborhood just to begin with. So that's awesome. So besides the permit, besides Beyonce being moody, were there any other obstacles that you faced?
Yeah.
I mean,
The weather.
The weather. That's something you have to think about because
The
you pull your
weather.
mannequins out.
Right.
Yeah.
So for me, if I don't put anything outside, even though she was purple with pink on the outside, it was just a truck on the sidewalk.
Right, and so people see the mannequins,
The
and see the product.
mannequins, the plants, the pretty carpet, the chalkboard.
They're not going to just come up to the truck without seeing that.
No.
Got
So when it's windy, anything over 5 miles an hour, so every day I would have to check the winds,
Oh, wow.
check the rain, check everything. So the weather was one of the biggest obstacles.
Something you don't think about.
And then the rain, sometimes if it's just raining a little bit, scattered showers, I would open.
Okay.
But as soon as it started thunder and lightning,
Yeah, forget it.
I'm done, because if the lightning was to strike my generator,
Oh, wow.
the whole thing is kaboom.
Yeah, you got me thinking about
Right.
moving back to the future.
Yeah. People don't think about that. They're like, oh,
No.
you're in the truck. is so much more than just me being in the truck. I have to wear it. And then I don't want anyone to slip and fall, going up and down the stairs.
Right, if it's wet, exactly. And of course, you have to think about even the time of the year, because if it's icy out,
Yeah.
even if it's a sunny day with no wind,
Right.
people aren't going to pull over to the side of the
Right.
road and come out in 20-degree weather.
Right, right.
And-
My regulars do though,
Okay.
but not people that are just driving by.
Got it. So I guess that leads to my next question, because I was curious, why would you go from a truck to a brick and mortar, which is your next step? Because most of us who have had brick and mortars, we go from brick and mortar to truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I just think I just got tired of the weather.
Tired of the obstacles.
Yeah, I got tired of the weather. I got tired of the mechanical issues that she started to present, because I had a whole year with nothing, no problems. And then when they start, they just start and they keep going, one behind the other, one behind the other.
Start nickel and diming you.
Yeah, so I just felt like, when I looked at how much I was paying to operate the truck, I was like, wait a minute. Because I had rent to be at the space.
Oh, you still have to rent the space.
Yeah,
right?
I had rent to park on. It wasn't a lot, but then with my insurance,
Right.
and then the cost for the fuel a month, because I'm running the truck 14 days a month, I'm putting $300 a month into
And gas.
Right. So when I added it all up, I was like, hold up.
I could rent a retail space.
I can have a brick and mortar. So that was it for me, because she had broke down and she was a bad girl.
She was a bad girl.
So I had to let her go.
Got it. So I guess that means that what's next for Christie Styles is a brick and mortar.
Yes.
And is this going to be in Burlington, New Jersey?
Yes, I have a space.
Okay.
It's actually getting inspected on Monday.
Wonderful.
And it is fabulous. I also am going to have small, medium, and large.
Okay, so you're not strictly focused on plus size.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
Not anymore. And also because Burlington is so diverse
Yes.
with different cultures and religions and everything, there is a high population of Muslims.
Yeah, so they want a more modest.
Right. So I took the whole winter to learn about their garb and their hair covering. So I'm going to also carry.
That's what I love about you. You do your homework.
Yeah, because I was missing the money because I didn't know. I can't just go get a sparkly hijab.
And not understand the culture.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't just. My one girlfriend, she's Muslim. She said we don't do animal print. So I had to learn which ones to get, which ones not to get.
Because the last thing you want to do is offend anyone.
No.
And what I love about you, not only do you do your homework, but you attend industry events. Like I've been following you now on Instagram, and I see you go to the trade shows.
That was my first one.
Okay. What did you think of it?
So because I'm a buyer.
Now, and again, tell us which trade show you were at. You were at the Jacob Javits Summit.
Yes,
right?
I went to Fame.
Okay, that's in New York City.
This past, it was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was my first time in a trade show, and I'm the buyer for Christie Styles Boutique, so I know how much things cost or should cost. And
Wholesale.
Correct. And for me, I just felt like the prices were elevated because they got to pay that booth fee.
Right.
They got to recoup that cost. So I didn't buy anything. I went to learn, and I went to try to find local suppliers, and I did.
You did. Awesome.
I found it was a lot. It was a lot of walking. It was a lot.
Trade shows are huge.
It was a lot, and then I just felt pressure because they need to recoup that money.
Right, so they're trying to sell.
Right, they only have 3 8-hour days to try to make that money back and profit.
Right.
So
and they're coming from all over the country.
Yeah. So they're like, you want to make an order? You want to make an order? And I'm like, no, I don't want to make an order. I just want to get some information, feel it, check it out. So I found a shoe supplier that's in Manhattan.
Wonderful.
And for me, when I buy my shoes, I smell them. So I was smelling the shoe, and I was bending the shoe, and
that's something. If that's your thing, you wouldn't be able to do that in person. You can't do that when placing a wholesale order online.
Only thing I couldn't try them on is because they had small sizes on display.
Got it.
My foot is an 11.
I'm a 10 and a half, honey. So I get it.
So I was like, how many 11s are in the run? One. Like,
craziness.
okay, so. I found 4 local suppliers that I plan on going to see very soon.
Excellent.
It definitely was a lot of information. I retained it all. I took notes. I wrote it all down. I learned some things. I'm planning on going to LA.
Okay, all right. I have done the magic show out in Vegas. Again, same type of experience, you know, but I went as a designer, you know, but knowing that my boss had to recoup that price not only for the booth and the mannequins and the lights, but putting me on a flight, you know what I mean? Putting me up in a hotel. So yeah, I do feel like that is the place where people are, there's a lot of pressure. It's a pressure environment, but you learn so much.
I did.
Yeah, you learn so much. So this is an example of when you say you are looking for stylish and sexy garments for women of all sizes, this is a...
Let me look at the name of this dress for a second.
Okay,
Because all my dresses have names.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you about this dress.
Awesome.
She is the... I should have done this already, sorry. She
Take your
is
time.
called the V dress.
The V dress because of the V neck.
Right.
Okay.
So I believe that we can wear white all year long.
Okay.
So I carry this dress in the fall.
And it's like a winter white too.
It is.
It's warmer.
Right. And it's a body contouring dress. She's going to seductively fit your curves. And she's going to have you showing off your statuesque figure.
Nice.
And have you showing off how much you exude your confidence. So definitely.
It's very feminine. And I mean, when a woman walks in with her V, it's definitely going to garner attention, that's for sure. And what I like is you are making sure women have options.
Yeah.
You know?
I do.
And it's not just like, oh, you should wear this cape because, you know, you have more curves and most people are comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I do acknowledge that every curvy woman does not want to wear body contouring garments.
Right.
So I try to get A-line skater dresses as well, an even amount.
Got it. So you have everything from the super sexy to the very modest. I love it. So, Christie, I'm just so thrilled about what you're doing, what you're bringing here to South Jersey, where we desperately need it. But people from all over who want to support your business online, where can they find you? Where can they follow your journey?
Well, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Christie Styles Boutique. That's CHRISIE.
Yes.
Christie Styles Boutique. On Twitter and Pinterest, Christie Styles. I'm always posting. The store will be open in Burlington City, hopefully next month.
Okay. But we'll follow you on the social media so we can know when that grand opening is happening.
Yes, because it's not called the grand opening.
Okay. What's
It's going to be called the comeback.
The comeback.
Because I'm taking off the whole winter.
Okay.
To, just start anew. So it's going to be the comeback party.
I love it.
You going to be there?
Of course.
Okay.
Without a doubt. And with the piano rolling, yes, absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
the
you
show.
for having me.
Of course.
Hello, I am at the American Handcrafted Trade Show, and a trade show is basically a place where artists, designers specifically, come set up to show their work to retailers with the hope of getting new stores to carry their work. And basically it's a opportunity for them to expand their businesses. And so they spend a lot of money and time preparing for a trade show. Usually it's something they only do twice a year, if that much. And the American Handcrafted Show is a show specifically for designers who have handcrafted work such as textile art and ceramic art and handcrafted metal work, with the hopes of getting their work into new retail stores, new galleries, new shops that are in museums. And so it is a great opportunity, but it's an expensive one and not something all designers necessarily gravitate towards, but it is an option and an opportunity to get more wholesale accounts. So The one that I'm at today is in Philadelphia. It's an annual event, and this is the third day of the show. So I'm going to give you a quick tour, and maybe it's something that you'll consider for your business as well. Enjoy.